This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last class we discussed about clipboard and live UI, right? So now what I will do, so I just wanted to run the flow and see some changes, and today we will learn how to create the page properties and all like that. Okay, so where is the flow available? Flow will be under the process category, under the flow, under the customer details we have created. So when we run this flow, we are able to see all the properties which we placed in the flow action. So the flow action contains customer details section like that.
Sir,
Right?
I'm not able to see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Start with recording screen. Now,
Sir.
okay. So I just started the flow. Okay, so this customer details flow we have taken, which will be under the process category and customer details. Okay, so when you run this customer details flow, okay, we are able to see this. Okay, so please enter customer details, and some of the customer details we used to enter. And so here this is the first one which we enter the customer details. Okay, and click on the submit also. We are seeing the same thing, right? We are seeing the same properties. Okay, why? Because we refer to the same flow action. Now what I want to do there, okay, I want to create the manager details. So in the first one, customer details, and in the second flow action, I want to have the manager details. Okay, so if you want to have the manager details, what you need to do? So as you created the section and later flow action and referring that flow action in the flow. So in the same way, you have to create a manager details section and then manager details flow action, and that manager details flow action has to be referred. So here instead of the customer details, why? Because already we entered the customer details in the first screen. Now I want to accept the manager details. Okay, so for that, as I said, we need to create one more section. So press the right mouse button and then create. So as we are already under the section, so if you press the right mouse button on the section, when you select create, it will be creating the section directly. Otherwise, in case if you press the button on the user interface, so you see create what control you want to create. So whether you want to create the section, portal, or paragraph, navigation, or something like that. Okay, why? Because now it is under the user interface category. Okay, otherwise if you press the mouse button on the class, okay, so create, you see all the categories will be displayed, and then we have to go to the user interface and then we have to select the section. Okay, so but as I already opened the user interface category, and I am already under the section category under the user interface. So if you select create, so there will not be any pop-up again. Okay, submenu again will not be there. Okay, here now manager details section. Okay, so I want to create under the general insurance and then create and open. Okay, now under the manager details section, what you need to place? Properties related to the manager. Okay, properties related to the manager. Okay, so do you have the properties related to the manager? Under the data model, we have the properties. Okay, so here we have city, country, customer, DOB, customer first name, last name, gender, state, zip code. So these all are the properties available. But these properties belongs to what? Customer details. So for the manager, what you have to do? You again have to create other properties. Okay, instead of creating the other properties for the manager, if you use the same properties like customer first name, customer last name, gender, just for testing to show you, I'm creating only 3 properties under the manager details section. So after creating the section, next what we need to create? Flow action. Why? Because this is the container kind of the thing where we can have the section to be referred, and then this flow action will be referred from the flow. So now create the flow action. Directly we cannot refer the section from the flow. Manager details flow action. Okay, create. Now in this flow action, we need to refer the section. What is the section name? Manager details section. Next, go to the customer details. Okay, so where we can refer the flow action? For the connector. So open the connector, double click on it. Okay, now earlier we referred customer details flow action. Now instead of that, we will refer manager details flow action. Okay, the connector name, if you want to give some label, manager details like that, submit, and then save it. Now if you refer actions run, okay, so initially customer details flow action is there. When you select submit button, okay, here we are seeing customer details. Okay, now next what it will display? See, manager details flow action, but customer first name, customer last name, and gender only displaying. Okay, why? Because we used the same properties. As we used the same properties in the previous screen, what you entered, same details are coming here also. Okay, okay, yeah, this is fine. Why? Because it is from the previous screen, same properties we referred even in the customer details flow action or manager details flow action. Okay, why open assignments also showing the customer details? Here it will display what? The value which is available under the assignment. So here we did not update. So that is the reason why it is showing the same thing. Here also customer details, here also customer details. We referred the manager details flow action, but the assignment label we did not change. So change the assignment details. Manager details, submit, and then save it. Now if you run, so now customer details is there. I enter the values under the customer details flow action of the all the properties. Now when you select submit, see now this label is coming from the assignment. Now it's showing manager details. Okay, but the values are again still coming. Now if I update, what happens? Okay, now the manager name I am giving okay. So now what will be happening? What is the issue of it? Previously in the customer details flow action, okay, I have entered ABC XYZ. So when you come to the manager details flow action, also it is showing ABC XYZ. Now we in the manager details flow action, if you update from ABC XYZ to Raghu, okay, so what will happen? I'm updating something else. Now when you click on the save button, okay, and if you go to clipboard and see in the clipboard, where exactly we can see, it will be under the page of PY work page. Okay, see there, Raghu XYZ 222. That means in the first flow action, if you update, that is reflecting in the second flow action. In the second flow action, if you update, that is reflecting in the first flow action. So everywhere it is going to be referring the same properties. So wherever you update the values, still it is going to be changing. So now is it manager details or customer details? Manager details only, but it is updated in the customer first name and customer last name. Why like that? Why? Because the property is same only, right? So that is the reason why you are having this issue. Now for this, to resolve this issue, what we need to do? Here you need to create one more property like manager name. Okay, name will be text type only, and I don't want to change any UI control or anything. Okay, just to save it. Now create one more property. Manager last name. Create and open. Now this will be again text only and save. Okay. Now the third property what we placed, gender. So for that again you have to create one more property, manager gender kind of the thing. Gender is what? Text only. Okay. But this control, instead of the text, what we can place? Under the local list, we will be specifying the values which you want to display. Okay. But this should be, instead of the text, what it should be? PS radio buttons. Okay. Save. So now I created 3 properties. Manager name, manager last name, and again manager gender. Okay, now go to the manager details section. So in this, instead of the customer first name, customer last name, and gender, what we should do? We should have so go to view properties of that particular cell. So here what we have the customer first name. Instead of this, we need to select manager name, submit. manager last name, submit. Manager gender, submit. Save this section after updating these values. Okay, so I updated the section. Do I need to update the flow action also? Do I need to update this value in the flow action and do I need to save it? Not required. Why? Because already we are referring manager detail section. We updated the values, we placed the values in the manager detail section and we don't need to update anything in the flow action. Okay, in case if you want to completely refer different section, then you need to change and then you need to save. Okay, what about the flow? Do we need to save the flow also? Not required. Why? Because we did not do any changes in the flow. Okay, the flow is referring manager details flow action. Manager details flow action is referring to the manager details section. Okay, manager details sections now referring to the manager details properties. Okay, so we made the changes only in this section. So we have to save only this particular section. Okay, now what we will do? Let's go to the flow and then actions, run. Okay, so okay, now if you select submit and move to the next screen, which is the manager details flow action. Here we entered Ramana ABC. Now these properties are blank. But earlier what happened? As you were referring the same properties, so the values which you entered in the first screen, which is the customer details flow action, okay, same values were coming into the manager details flow action also. But as it is different one now, it is not having any values. Now if you go to clipboard and see what happens, where we can see PY work page. Okay, so this PY work page will be having what? Customer first name, customer last name, these details you will be having. Okay, you see here. Customer first name, customer last name, gender, okay, and date of birth, city and country. Okay, but what about manager name, manager last name, manager gender? I have not entered yet, so it doesn't having anything. Okay, now enter something like for the manager also. Save it. So if you save it, now you see, refresh this page. Okay, currently this manager property is not having anything. So refresh this page. You see, now you got the data into the manager also. So you have the customer details. Along with that, you have the manager details also. But first time, it was not having these properties. And in the manager details, whatever the values you have entered, so those values are overwriting from the customer details. Okay, now it is not overwriting. It is maintaining two separate copies. Okay, for manager separate properties, for the customer separate properties we have. So it is not having any issue. But it is not having any issue, but there is a problem. So what is the problem? Now here it should display manager properties. Why it is not showing? After creating, we have to refresh this. So refresh this class. Now go to data model, property. Now you got the manager details as well. Okay, manager details properties. Okay, so like that we can have separate properties. But what I am telling is, now you have the manager details, customer details. Okay, tomorrow you will be having somebody else's details, like president details, vice president details, CEO details. Okay, and again normal clerk details. So in that case, what you have to do? You have to create those many number of the properties. One for customer, one for manager, one for clerk, one for vice president, one for CEO details. So whichever you want to enter, those many number of the properties you should have. Okay, otherwise what will happen? It will overwrite it. So this is like a lengthy process. Okay, so this is like a lengthy process. So instead of this, what we can do is, okay, we can have something called page property. Okay, we can have something called page property. Okay, initially also I told you. Okay, so right now this is a single property: city, country, date of birth, customer first name, last name. Okay, these all are the single properties. But in the same way, you can create one page property. Okay, how you can create the page property? Okay, if you want to create any page property, okay, first what you should have is, okay, you should have one page class. Okay, you should have some page class. Okay, first name, last name, date of birth. Okay, what else we have? City, state, country. Okay, so now these all are the single value properties. Single value properties means you can have first name, okay. So now what I want to do, I want to make this complete information into one record. Okay, this is the customer details. Okay, which is like a one record. So for this, what we can do is we can create one page property so that you can make it as a one record. So for that, what you have to create? Now you need to create one class. Okay, so now you need to create one class for customer details, or else for manager details. All together, generically, we will create one class. Okay, so that is what create sysadmin class. How can we create the class? Class is under the part of the sysadmin. Okay, whereas section is part of the user interface category. Okay, and the properties are part of the data model category. Now go to sysadmin, create class. Okay, so here what I can do is, instead of the work under the organization level, or else wherever you want to create. So here again, when you're creating the class, you should be very careful whether you want to create under the organization level, otherwise your application level. Okay, where you want to create your class, you should be very familiar. Okay, for example, again, let me take one. Now, what is our organization name? ICICI General Insurance is our organization. So what for this, what is the class name we have given? ICICI we have given. Okay, organization level class is ICICI. Okay, for this organization we have given ICICI. Now under the organization class, what and all we have? ICICIG. Okay, here you can see ICICIG, ICICI data, okay, ICICIG framework. Okay, under the framework class again we have various other. Okay, our application level app data into UI pages work. Okay, and the ICICI general INT. That means at the level of ICICI, okay, just directly what all are the subclasses for the ICICI? Data is there, ICICI data is there, ICICI framework is there, okay, ICICI INT is there. Okay, under the framework we have something else. Okay, but under the organization level we have ICICI data framework and INT. Okay, now what I want to do at the organization level data class, okay, I want to create, okay, some person. Yeah, I will show you. Child class for ICICI we have FW data. Okay, do we have anything else? Data FW INT. You see, under the ICICI, 3 child classes available. Data FW INT. FW data. Okay, so here INT. These are the 3 subclasses available. Okay, under the FW, what are the subclasses available? ICICI app is there. Under the ICICI app, 4 more child classes are there. Okay, data INT, UI pages work. Okay, but generally all our work where we will be creating under the work class, right? Okay, even in the database table also what we have ICICIG, FW, ICICI app work. I hope you remember the class, the database table which it is referring, and even when you open this class also, okay, if you open the definition of this class, if you select the test connectivity, test connection, it is showing the name of the database table which it has created. Okay, so PC underscore our class name. Okay, so all our work object information we used to see in this database table only by logging into the Postgres. Okay, if you give select to star from this table name, it has given the work objects which we created, the case IDs C-1, C-2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all those things. Okay, so all the work objects will be saved in this database table. Okay, now what I want to tell is, okay, now you have under the ICICI general you have data FW INT. Okay, FW data INT or data FW INT, these are the child classes available. Okay, under the FW you have again data INT UI pages work. So from this data there are four subclasses available. Okay, from ICICI there are only 3 subclasses available. Okay, but from data there are 4 subclasses available. Okay, so this should be under the FW or data. This should be under the data. from ICICI FW, okay, ICICI app, okay, there are 4 child classes available. But here mainly we have to remember work and data till now. Okay, till now we covered work. Okay, whereas work means it is going to be creating the where exactly it is creating the work classes. Okay, work objects are creating or the cases are creating under the work class. Now what is this data? Data means the data, the user information which we are giving is called data. Okay, the user information which we are giving, like okay, Ramu or else Kumar, and again his details we are entering the, so that is called the data. Okay, so that data if you want to create, you can create under this particular class. Okay, either you can create under this class or else you can create under this data class. Why? Because there are 2 data classes available. Okay, now where you need to create, now you have to decide. How you can decide whether this person details, okay, like manager or else customer details, whether we can create those properties under the data class or else under the framework data class. This is the organization data class, this is the framework data class. So where exactly we can create? Can someone have any idea? Can someone tell me where if we create it will be helpful? Anyone?
Organization.
Exactly, organization. Okay, we need, if you create the properties, okay, if you create the properties under the organization level data class, then that is helpful. Why? Because okay, even in this organization you may be having various levels. Okay, there also you need to refer. Okay, if you create the properties under the framework of this level, what it will be happening, the properties which you are creating here can be accessed only at the framework level. Okay, so if any other levels if you want to access, you cannot access it. But if you create at the organization level, as this is under the organization, okay, you can access from anywhere like this. Okay, so that is the reason why we will be creating under the organization level data class. Okay, organization level data class is there, framework level data class is there, but we will be going under the organization level data class so that that can be accessed in all the places kind of the thing. Okay, now create a new class under what? ICICI General Insurance data hyphen person. So we are creating a new class under the ICICI General Insurance data and person. Create and open. Okay, now whether it is abstract or concrete, abstract means you can only extend it, you cannot have the values, but right now we want to enter the values. So what we need to select? We need to select concrete and created in version. So this is the first version I'm creating. So 010101. And now this is the one more important thing. Okay, till now we did not concentrate this one. This class is a class group or does not belongs to a class group or belongs to a class group. Okay, this is one more important point when you are creating the class. But till now we just selected is a class group kind of thing. Okay, this time we have to select does not belongs to a class group. Why we have to select does not belongs to a class group? First of all, what do you mean by this class group? Okay, so class group, the name itself says class group, a group of classes together, it is mapping. Okay, so here if you select does not belongs to a class group, okay, so does not belongs to a class group, what it will be happening, you know, when you select the test connection, it will not be saved in the same database table, but when you select a belongs to a class group, okay, it is asking to which class group it should belong. Okay, to which class group? Okay, so for each and every class group can have a separate table kind of the thing, and all the class groups which are part of that particular table will be saved in the same class group. Okay, for example, for ICICI General Insurance, it is a one class group. Okay, it is a class group means it will be having some separate table. Table 1. Okay, in the database table it is having one table, table 1. Example, I have given the name table 1. Okay, but in general what it will be having? The name of the table will be having what? Prefix with PC underscore and again your class name. Okay, this is the class name, right? So it will be creating a class like this. Okay, so in this example, what it will be happening? Okay, the table will be having with the PC underscore ICICIG and which are deriving from this class. Okay, they all will be referring to the same database table, PC underscore ICICIG only. Okay, why? Because this is the class group. Okay, this group having three child classes and these three belongs to the same class group. So whenever you create the objects, everything will be part of the same database table. Am I clear or any doubt? Guys, any confusion or else how exactly you are feeling? Harsha or Jagadish, Sudarshan?
Like you are telling that the table is created for the organization level, right?
Okay, yeah, in case if it is class group, organization is a class group. Okay, and these all are the child classes of this class group. Okay, these all are the childs, right? Okay, FW data int is deriving from this, and if this is belongs to a class group, okay, here we have three options: belongs to a class group, is a class group, and does not belong to a class group. First of all, is a class group means what it will be happening? It is going to be creating one database table for that. Okay, one database table created if it is a class group, and then when deriving any of the class like this data fw or int, okay, fw data int deriving from this, okay, these three are deriving from this. Now I don't want to have a separate class group for this, and I want to save all the records which are part of this classes in the same database table which is referring to the my organization level class group. Okay, so in that case for this fw data int, what you have to give? You have to give belongs to a class group, and later this class group should be what?
Organization level
IC.
class group.
Exactly. Okay, why? Because this is the class group. Okay, this is the class group which we created earlier. Okay, which is mapping to the PC underscore ICICIG. Now what I want to do for this data person, I want to make it as a belongs to a class group. So when you make it as a belongs to a class group, under which class group? So that is ICICIG. So these three are part of the ICICIG, which is a class group, and these three are belongs to a class group of ICICIG. So whenever you create the objects for these three classes, okay, all the records will be saved in the same PC underscore ICICIG. But I don't want to have it like this. I want to make it as a does not belong to a class group. Okay, that means even though it is extending from the ICICIG, okay, I don't want to be part of this one. Okay, I don't want to be part of this one. Then you can select does not belong to a class group. Okay, then it is not part of any of this class group. Okay, any of the top level class. But I just want to make it like, okay, this is the concrete class. Okay, this is the concrete class, does not belong to any class group. So it will be maintained separately. Okay, so like it either it can have separate table. Okay, here if you select test connection, not defined, 1 second. Let me save this first. Okay, so whenever you create any class, here one mandatory thing is there. That is just like go to history tab. Under the history tab, you will be having description and usage. Okay, two text boxes will be there. Okay, you just need to enter some description. Okay, why you are creating this class, you have to specify here. Either you can give same text over there.
So this
Okay.
now
Just
we are creating this class near the data of the organization level, right? So whenever we create anything under that, we need to create does not belongs to the class group. Every time we need to do that.
yeah, when you want to save the data, then that should be does not belongs to a class group. Either it can be organization level or else it can be framework level. Okay,
Okay.
whether it is the organization framework level, okay, you should make it like this. Okay, if it is the data class, mainly remember one thing, if it is a data class, it should be does not belongs to a class group. Data class in general does not belongs to a class group. Okay, so I have given the history and selected save button. Okay, now you see here ICICI data person is mapped to table, okay, PR underscore other table. Okay, Pega will be having by default one table PR underscore other. Okay, so all these person details in general will be mapped to the PR underscore other table. Like this. So when it is does not belongs to a class group. Okay, just for testing purpose, in case if it is a class group, okay, and here if you give ICICI data person, class group should inherit from the work dash only. Yeah, class group should inherit from the work dash class. So what is the work dash? You cannot have whatever you want. Why? Because work is the class group. If you see here, if you open that work class, this work class is a class group which it has created when you run the application accelerator initially. Open class group instance. The definition of this class we need to open. Press the right mouse button, go to the definition. See, this is a class group. Okay, so anything belongs to a class group means that must be extended from the work dash. You see. So like this, so if it is a class group, it will create a separate database table for you. If it is belongs to a class group, it will be part of the any existing class group, okay, which is mapped into the one particular database table. And if it is a data class, we will be going for the does not belong to a class group. Okay, so now this term insurance is not required for us. So this data person, instead of the belongs to a class group, what we can do, we can give does not belong to a class group and then save it. So now we have created one class, ICICI General Insurance Data Person. Okay, can we check whether the class is available here or not? ICICI General Insurance and Data and Person. So why I have given person? This person can be used for customer or else manager or else any other. So now in this, do we have any properties? No, no properties are there. Okay, so how can we create the properties? Create data model property. So initially where we created this first name under the ICICI general, okay, under the framework, okay, under the work class. Okay, but this time we are creating these things under the person class. Why? Because we want to reuse the same thing. Instead of having separate properties for customer, manager, CEO, or okay, clerk, okay, what we are doing, we are creating under the person class. So here under the data, we are creating we created one class person. Okay, which is deriving from the organization level data class person. Okay, now this person properties, whichever it has, we can access from the work class. Why? Because our sections and everything where we have under the work class. Okay, under the work class we have, so there we want to refer the properties which we will be creating here. Like this. So all these properties are part of the person which is under the data, which is under the ICICI general insurance. Now these properties we want to access from the work class. Okay, earlier in this work class we created separate property. Now not like that. Okay, these properties we can access, but you would be asking, so if you have only one, how we can refer? Yes, now I will show you. First name, first we will create all these properties. Text only, first name. And again we can create from here data model property, or else by going to the action menu also we can create. Here we have something called data set also. I will tell you again, you may getting confused. Okay, I will tell you one thing. Okay, so actions create. Here also you can select. Last name, create and open. Save. Okay, so if you want to see those properties here, what we need to do, we need to refresh it. Refresh this class. Now you got the data model category. Under the data model, you can see properties. Under the property, all the properties will be listed. Okay, we did not save it or what? This last name. Yeah, now we saved it. Now, if you refresh this, yeah, now you got the last name also. Only once if you save, then only you can see those properties. This date of birth is what kind of the data type? Date. And then save it. Okay. And next what? Gender. Let me create only gender. So this gender is a what kind of control it is? Radio button. Okay, now you have 4 properties here: first name, last name, date of birth, and gender. Okay, like this. Now let's go to your work class where exactly all your properties, flow, action, and everything is there. So this is a class where we created everything. ICICI General Insurance Framework, ICICI App Work. Okay, so in this we have all the individual properties, and even in the user interface we have flow, action, and the process we have flow. Okay, so these are the individual properties, but this time I don't want to access these properties. I want to access from the person class. So how you can access that? Okay, till now we created single value properties. Now I want to create the page property. Okay, so like customer details, create and open. Till now, under the data type, we have selected single value data types. Okay, these all are the single value data types. Okay, now I am selecting page property. Okay, that is single page. Okay, this page refers to one of the class. So what is that class? Properties where we created. So what is that? ICICI G hyphen data hyphen person. You see, now we are able to see the person class name here. Now select that and save it. So we created a new property which is single page referring to the ICICI general person, data person. Okay. Now if you refresh this and expand this data model property, you see, now you are able to see customer details property, which is the single page property. Okay, here you are having expand to show child rows. Okay, so these all are the single value properties, so you don't have the arrow and you cannot expand, but this is a page property, so where it has the arrow which we can expand it. Okay, when you expand it, what you can see the properties which are under the part of this person class. You see, we created these 4 properties under the person class. So now this customer details is referring to the properties which are from the person class. The data class, in the data class, whatever you created, all the properties can be seen here. Okay, now if you go to the customer details section, including all these work objects which I created. Okay, now where is our customer details section? Did I open this section? Under the user interface section. Okay,
First
customer details. Yeah. So now here we placed all the properties, right? Okay, which we created directly under the data model. Okay, like this cust first name. Now what I want to do is now go to design. Okay, here we referred cust first name, this property. Okay, now this down arrow, you are able to see customer details. Okay, now customer details dot, you see first name. Previously I referred this cust first name, but this time how I am referring? I am referring with this page property. First dot customer details this page and then first name. Submit. Okay, now go to this customer last name also. This time remove this customer. Now how you can refer? Customer details dot last name. Okay, submit. Now in the same way change it for the date of birth. Dot customer details dot DOB. Submit. I am re-referring everything. Okay, gender also. Gender from, instead of the directly dot gender, you can do dot customer details page dot gender. Submit. Okay. Now can I apply the same thing for city, state, country and zip code also? Can I select customer details dot city? Now does it works? No, it will not work. Why it will
No,
not work?
we have not created that in customer detail.
Exactly. So in the class, we only have these 4 properties. We don't have city, state and all those things. So in case if you want to refer them also, how exactly you can do that? Again, go to that person class
Class
here
of
and there you can create.
Then
Yeah,
directly we can do
we
directly.
need to.
Then without creating this single thing, we can create everything in the page, right?
Now you can delete all these properties here. You can only have under the customer details and then you can refer it.
Okay.
Okay, so why? Because now in the customer details, for the customer details we have separate properties, for the manager we have separate. Now what I am doing is, okay, for the customer details I have created one page property, from that I referred here. Now for the manager details section, how exactly we can do? Customer details section is over. Now manager details section is there. Okay, so for the manager details, how exactly I can do? How exactly I can do? I only have the customer details page property. I don't have the manager details page property. So first what you have to do, you have to create a property for manager also. Here, manager details. Okay, so keep everything same. This application context applies to class, everything is same only. Why? Because from that class only I am creating. Okay, now this should be what? This should be referred to the single page, and this page should refer what?
That person class.
Exactly. ICIC data person. Now save it. So that means earlier we created one page property for the customer details. Now I have created one more page property for the manager details. So after creating that, what you need to do? If you refresh it here, okay, now if you expand it, see, you got the manager details also. So if you expand this manager details, you will be able to see those 4 properties. Okay, now simply go to manager details, section. Here now what we can do that earlier we selected customer details dot. Now we need to select manager details dot. First name, submit, save it. Okay, same way you can apply for manager details last name. Submit. Gender. Okay, along with that, even if you want, you can have date of birth also. Earlier we did not create the manager details date of birth. Now what you can do for the date of birth, place one text input. Okay, go to properties of the text input. Okay, now the property will be referred to manager details dot date of birth. Save it. Okay, so I did the changes only in the sections. Customer details section also I updated with the customer details dot first name, last name, okay, gender and date of birth. Now in the same way manager details section also I updated. Now if you go to flow and run it, but remember one thing, we made a change only for 4 properties. Okay, remaining city state we have not yet added. Now first name, under the first name Ramana, under the customer details first name, okay, date of birth and gender male. Now submit. If you go to the manager details, you will not be able to see that. You see why? Because we have 2 separate page properties, one for customer details and the other one for manager details. Okay, 2 separate pages it will create. Okay, so okay, now save it. Now let's check in the clipboard how exactly it will be having those values. Okay, go to PY work page. Okay, see under the PY work page, you only have city, country. Okay, but you don't have first name, last name. Why? Because I did not enter the values for that, right? I did not even refer to those properties in the user interface right now. Okay, but from where I referred? Customer details dot first name, okay, customer details dot last name, okay, customer details dot gender, okay, customer details dot date of birth. In the same way, manager details dot first name. Okay, so now you don't have a manager name first name, manager last name, customer first name, customer last name, nothing is there. So where it is having those values? Why? Because that is a page property. That is not a normal property like city or country. That is a page property. So where it will be having the page properties? You see under the PY work page you have sub pages. Okay, PY work page is the main page. Under that you have customer details and manager details. Now if you select customer details, you will be seeing customer details values. And if you select the manager details, you will be seeing the values under the manager details. Under the PY work page, you will be having customer details and manager details. You see, customer details Ramana and manager details it will be having Jagadish. You see, only 4 properties are as part of the customer details and manager details. So like that, everything it is getting changed. Okay, so this is the page property. So page property means we will be creating page property once, okay, page class once, and we will be having the all the properties which are common for various other things, okay, like customer details, manager details, and then we will be referring them. Okay, so even this page properties will be having separate pages as part of the sub pages under the PY work page. But other properties which are directly we referred, okay, that will be under the PY work page only, like city and state. Okay, but whereas customer details and manager details will be separately maintained. Understood? Any queries, doubts? No, right? Okay, instead of having n number of separate properties, we are going to have one generic class with generic properties, and that can be referred by creating the page property like this, customer details and manager details. Now you can delete all these things here: manager first name, manager last name, manager gender, or customer first name, customer last name, okay, customer date of birth. Okay, all these things we can delete it. Okay, we can only have the, we can refer the properties from the page property. Okay, Pratik, Sudarshan,
So,
fine.
yes, sir.
Okay, good. So if no queries, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay then.
Sure, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Nana,
Hmm.
laptop on the